Most people will experience panic or anxiety at some point in their lives. This video explores what panic attacks are, how to identify its symptoms, and help ourselves or others who are experiencing a panic attack. So, what is a panic attack? A panic attack is a sudden and intense episode of fear or anxiety leading to a strong emotional and physical reaction. To be characterized as a panic attack, a person needs to experience at least 4 out of the 13 following symptoms: rapid heart rate, chest pain or discomfort, sweating, trembling, shortness of breath, nausea or stomach discomfort, dizziness, chills or hot flashes, numbness, feelings of choking and being detached from oneself, and fears of losing control and dying. These attacks can be overwhelming, typically peaking within a few minutes. They can happen unexpectedly or be triggered by a specific situation or stimuli. There are several factors that may contribute to panic attacks, especially after the pandemic. The pandemic brought about immense stress and uncertainty related to our health, economic instability, job loss, social isolation, and unpredictability. This ongoing stress worsened anxiety disorders. COVID-19 also highlighted health-related anxiety. Concerns about getting infected, fear of illness or even death, and constant worrying about health of oneself and our loved ones contributed greatly to panic attacks. Social distancing measures, lockdowns, and reduced social interactions led to increased feelings of isolation and loneliness, which had an impact on mental health. Disruptions in daily routines, changes in work and school environments, financial difficulties, and uncertainties about the future all cause significant stress, triggering panic attacks. As restrictions eased and society adjusted to a new normal, some people felt anxious or panicked about rejoining social activities, returning to work, and adapting to changes. People with pre-existing panic disorder experienced increase of symptoms due to the stress and uncertainties associated with the pandemic. There was a 22% increase in loneliness in the European Union after the pandemic. According to some estimates, more than 14 million young people aged between 15 and 29 had a mental health issue in 2019. The pandemic made mental health worse for young people in Europe. Many now experience anxiety and depression, with panic attacks more than doubling in some member states compared to before the pandemic. Our partners prepared some tips and tricks on how to ease panic attacks if they happen.
Panic attacks can be sudden and overpowering. They are relatively common. Almost 13% of people will experience one in their lifetime. One of the methods to make it go away faster is focusing on other senses, such as smell and touch. That's why today we prepare a remedy sachet with lavender, a herb which is known for its soothing and calming properties. Before we start, prepare drawstring bags of choice, 2 cups of uncooked rice, 1 cup of loose lavender and other petals, and lavender or other essential oil. Prepare also a bowl and a spoon. Now, mix 2 cups of uncooked rice with 1 cup of loose lavender buds, mix it well with a spoon. Next, add several drops of lavender essential oil. If you want to make the smell more intense, add more drops. And blend all the ingredients using a spoon. Once it's done, open your sachet and place rice with the spoon inside of it. We cannot always predict when a panic attack is going to arise, but we may help ourselves deal with it more easily, more in control, and make it easier to manage. Once you filled in the sachet, pull strings to secure contents. Gently squeeze it and release the aroma. Remember to do so whenever you need it. You can have your panic remedy sachet always close to you, in your backpack or a purse. You can also keep it under your pillow when you sleep or in your wardrobe with clothes. Make the soothing aroma and stimulating structure of the sachet a helpful tool in stressful times.
Hello, today we are going to learn how to make small plant pots with air drying clay. Take half of the clay and start shaping it into a ball. Use your thumb in the center and pierce it, but not all the way through. If you want, use a glass container to insert in the pot. During the process of pinching, you need to be mindful of how wide and tall your walls need to be. With your fingers working in sync, pinch and turn your pot, making the walls even wider, taller and thinner, while you secure it on the table. After you achieve a desired height for your pot, carefully turn it upside down and smooth the base, then take a shell, brush or branch and press it gently against the wall. Be mindful of the wall's thickness so you don't pierce through it, because you need to apply pressure to transfer the texture into the pot. After, clean any defects with a damp sponge. If you feel comfortable, you can try to make something more challenging, like a cat's face. Let's start by drawing the eyes first with a pencil, then use a spoon to make gentle grooves in the surface. For the nose, you will start with a small clay ball, then pinch it, trying to make a small triangular shape with some arched pieces for the nostrils. For the ears, make small triangular shapes, then after that glue it by wetting the surface and use small spaghetti-shaped clay strings. Press your fingers gently, smoothing the clay, then repeat the process for the other ear. For the cat's snout, let's make two small almond-shaped balls. The gluing process is the same. If you have anything thin enough like a flexible wire, you can make tiny holes for the cat's whiskers to finish. Wait at least 3 days so the pieces are fully dried. Later use thin layers of paint, or you can apply varnish to improve water resistance. Try using plants that don't need big amounts of water, like succulents. Thank you!
The post-COVID world brought relief to many, but it also unveiled a new challenge for some: panic attacks. But there's a powerful solution that can help you avoid these effects: sports and physical activities. Panic attacks are on the rise, fueled by uncertainty, isolation, and fear. One of the most effective ways to prevent them is through deep, controlled breathing. Yoga and mindfulness exercises teach you these breathing techniques, calming your mind and reducing the risk of panic attacks. When I want to distract myself and focus on my body and mind, I do a very appropriate physical exercise: Dead Bug. Dead Bug is a bodyweight exercise, ideal for those looking to build strength, stability, and control. It can be completed without any extra equipment, making it the perfect addition to any strength-based routine. From a standing position, lie slowly on the ground on your back. Spread your arms around your body and slowly raise them above your head. Slowly bend your legs at the knees and lift them so that your knees are over your hips. Drop and place your right hand on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Repeat the exercise now with the left hand. Drop and place your right leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Repeat the exercise now with the left leg. Drop and place your right hand and left leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Drop and place your left hand and right leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Drop and place your right hand on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Repeat the exercise now with the left hand. Drop and place your right leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Repeat the exercise now with the left leg. Drop and place your right hand and left leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Drop and place your left hand and right leg on the ground, then return it to the starting position. Repeat the whole exercise again as many times as you feel necessary and comfortable. Therapy and counseling have become more accessible and important than ever. But sometimes, talking isn't enough. Physical activities provide an outlet to release pent-up emotions, leaving you feeling lighter and more in control. Sedentary lifestyles and remote work can lead to stress and anxiety. Regular exercise is a potent tool in preventing panic attacks. It releases endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters. Challenging physical activities can give you a sense of accomplishment and self-assurance that rivals any medication. In the post-COVID era, the threat of panic attacks is real, but so is the power to prevent them. Harness the strength of sports and physical activities to reclaim your mental well-being. Step into a world where you're in control, one step at a time.
Not everyone will experience more panic attacks after the pandemic, even though certain factors could contribute to it. For those who do, seeking help from mental health professionals, managing stress, staying healthy, and connecting to support networks can be beneficial. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy, relaxation techniques, and medication, if prescribed by healthcare professionals, can be helpful in coping with panic attacks.